Peace, beautiful humans, patrons, friends. It's a blessing to just be with you for a few minutes. This is a video that I'm just going to offer a few invitations. Just share a few updates and just connect. And so as we ground, just for a little bit, just for a couple minutes, just find a place, or just wherever this meets you. Let's just take and start and honor our breathing and our bodies. So just take a few really good deep breaths wherever this meets you. Just breathing all the way in. And all the way out. Breathing in as if our lungs are the branches of trees reaching into the sky, all the way in. And slowly breathing out as if we're sitting or moving or resting alongside a calm stream. So breathing in like branches reaching out into the sky. Slowly releasing as if we're along a calming stream. Breathing in like reaching branches. And along the calmness of a stream. Let's do one more. All the way in. Is such a can be and feel like such a simple practice, but it is such an important one. I've dimmed the lights and I've offered some candlelight to be with us. You're sitting and you're in some of my creative space where I make jewelry pieces, holding pieces, hanging pieces out of rocks and wood. The sun is going down in Denver, Colorado, and so we just have this kind of calming, transitional air and light together. And wherever this meets you, it might be in the middle of the day, it might be in the middle of the night. So it all belongs. You belong. I just want to honor all the things that are moving in you, in each of us. The raw, the hard, the heavy, the complex, the endlessly complex, the things that just don't have words for what goes on the inside of each of us, the things that just struggle to find ground outside of us. And so we just honor mystery, the things that are beyond understanding. We also honor joy and dreams. We honor things that are blossoming and sprouting in this time. So for each of us, this is meeting us in all kinds of different ways. And this time, just right now, as you're with me in this, as we're breathing, whether you light a candle with you, you might pause this and go get a candle or a rock to hold, or a branch, or a blanket, or anything. That we're honoring what's actually going on the inside and what's going on around us. So I just wanted to hold some space for that, and that we can continue that as I'm sharing a couple things. The first, there's three things that I just want to offer and invite. The first is a humble thank you to each and every one of you as Intrinsic Paths patrons. The level at which your nourishment and relationship alongside my creative work is being honored and seen and valued and cherished is so is limitless, is endless in my heart. as you can imagine, these times alongside the COVID-19 virus and just the complexity of all kinds of people in all kinds of circumstances, mine as an artist, as a freelancer, as a social entrepreneur, as a movement nurturing being that's touching a lot of different spaces. A lot of my partnerships, contracts, things that I would work on and were planning to work on have been canceled or postponed. And so just energetically, that's a big shift, but it's also just from a resource standpoint, a huge shift. And so literally what I have coming in as not only financial, but just energy and nourishment, just resourcing wise, is moving through and alongside Patreon and each of you in a unique and cherished way. And so I just want to name how much I honor that. I want to name how much I'm honoring each of you. And none of that comes with I hope you stay on, don't leave me, don't leave. Don't feel that. This is, as always, 100% a flowing stream. And so I just always want you to feel that this is a moving in and moving out space. And so be blessed to transition, be blessed to update your relationship to this Patreon space, be blessed to expand it and to deepen it. All of it belongs, and you are blessed and seen, and we move together regardless. And so I just wanted to really name my gratitude for each of you in this time and how nourishing this relationship is to my creative journey and freedom and the things that I'm able to do and move because of it. So the second thing is just updating you quickly on things that are moving in my space. And it's so hard to put words to all the different things, but because of your support and because of just what I'm trying to listen to and move in the world, there's a lot of different things happening. A lot of you have seen the creative drawings that I've been putting out and making cards out of those and sending those. I will be sending out updates to each of you and how you can access them, and some of you are going to be having those sent just by way of who you are and your relationship to the Patreon space. Those have just been life-giving. I mean, every morning I'm sitting with my sketchbook and I'm just kind of moving and intuiting different things in this time. Poetry Volume 2 is finished and it's printed, and so I have 350 poetry booklets that I'm going to be just gifting and putting in little free libraries and in cafes and handing out to so many people. And at the end, it is just like, thank you patrons, because you have printed these books. This collective has made this possible for these to be moving, and so many of you will be getting those poetry books. Please reach out if you have questions or interest in that and you don't hear from me, and just feel blessed and so much gratitude. There are tons of walking related things happening, moving, lots of one-on-one conversations, group conversations, guidance, podcasts, interviews, writing pieces, things happening related to Walking Invitation that are just ongoing. So just feel a part of this kind of ongoing, unfolding journey. Pedestrian Dignity is moving. I will be, and with a few others, a couple of you who are patrons, will be just doing a specific project related to bus stops and capturing inventory of just the health and the equity and just the relationship to how safe and comfortable and accessible is a bus stop in a specific neighborhood alongside specific streets, and then kind of navigating the overall pedestrian environment. So there's a lot of work happening there, and that's getting more and more tangible in the days ahead, and all of that is being motivated and supported by each of you. So there's a lot of projects related to that. The third thing I want to pitch is a couple invitations. So in this time of just unique tensions and gaps and spaces where resources are literally just being taken out or just don't exist for a lot of different communities, I've kind of jumped in. As some of you know, I used to do a lot of crowdfunding coaching. And so I've been jumping in and supporting some crowdfunding efforts. And so I've linked in the bottom a couple of ways that you can just further engage with the different groups that I'm on a daily basis activating, supporting, holding, moving, creating flyers, building websites, managing partnership communications. I mean, there's just a lot of layers to where so many of the hours go. And each of you, you'll notice on the Intrinsic Paths website, there's a movement building tab, and this is a space where it's flowing resource related to time and energy and organizing. And so 3 specific invitations. One is Meals for Unsung Heroes alongside the Center for Community Wealth Building. We've already generated, as of today, April 30th, over $10,000 for local caterers to prepare and deliver meals to essential workers, specifically those in assisted living facilities, staff in assisted living facilities, and staff in grocery stores, and some staff in hospitals. So that is an active, amazing campaign, and I've linked it if you want to connect to it. The second is we're going to be moving a campaign with the Walk to Connect Co-op, and that's actually going to open tomorrow. And so just be aware and invited and connected to that, and I will link to the website, and then I will update the link tomorrow when it goes live, and just find yourself in that if that is meaningful and energizing. We're going to be just moving resources and support or to nourish and help sustain this grassroots organization focused on human connection and human movement. And the third is Soul to Soul Sisters and Facing Racism alumni work that I've been doing around this amazing cohort that they have 2 to 3 times a year. The next one starts in August, which is virtual. So if you're not in Colorado, consider it, because it's such a meaningful invitation into ending anti-Black racism, dismantling and opening and going into the tension of white supremacy time, just imperfectly, humbly, and courageously, just opening what is heavy and complex related to systems and people and race and power and class and all these things that all of us kind of dabble in, and we imperfectly put language to it. How do we move into it with humility and with ritual and with intention? And Soul to Soul does such a beautiful job of holding space for that. And so they have a cohort. I'm a part of a small network that's helping to hold space for the alumni work of that cohort, which is such a gift. And they are also running an effort to generate funds specific to Black women-owned businesses here in Denver. And so I will link to that as well, to both of those things. So just be invited. I just wanted to sprinkle some of the things that are moving, and what you are, just what you are a part of, in so many threads, so many layers, so much. There's so much there, and I could go on and talk about all the details and all the spaces between all of those. But I'll leave that. I'll leave that for now. I'm just endlessly grateful for each of you, for your support, for your trust. And if you are inclined, if you are inspired, if you are blessed and nourished by this very much far from linear, but this spiraling, circling, circular, moving invitation that is Intrinsic Paths, please just be encouraged and invited to invite your peers, your colleagues. I believe so much in intrinsic, inherent, divine, inherent worthiness, inherent capacity, inherent courage, the work of grief, the work of facing pain and complex things, the work of joy and dreams, the work of believing so deep in our capacity and in our potential, the work of how that mirrors and works with the natural world, the work of how we go deeper alongside of one another, so far beyond, but specific also in honoring our differences. Just all these dimensions that help us to be more human in this time. I believe so much in it, and I just want to invite you to bring your beloveds alongside if that feels healthy and right. So to not let this carry on too long. Let's just honor just the things that I have shared. Just honor how you are being seen and held as a beloved patron and partner and friend to my creative life, and just honoring all the things that go on in your heart, in your body, around you, within you. Let's just take a couple deep breaths, just honoring each of us and the collective. So just breathe all the way in. And all the way out. Breathing all the way in. And all the way out. Peace, peace. Thank you to each of you. With so much gratitude.